What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow podcast brothers, Dorian, the D.A. Alberton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, and Daryl, D-Dub Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. Sports Chasers Podcast. We can be found on all podcast platforms, plus all social media platforms by searching Sports Chasers Podcast. All information is in our bio. Please be advised, at times there may be some explicit and colorful language. We are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
What up, everybody? It's another Thursday night. It's the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct. We're all out here on YouTube land doing it big. Another Thursday night, a lot to get into when it comes to sports. Excuse me, might be clearing my throat again. Still a little bit under the weather, trying to get better, but I'm here nonetheless. To give it to you 90 minutes. You give us 90 minutes, we give you the sports world, man. But with that said, we're going to jump in real quick. On my left to right on my screen, we got D-Dub. D-Dub, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man? Thursday night, Sports Chasers Podcast. We in the building. What's good?
No doubt. We in the building. D-Dub. Dan, what's up, brother? Dan, hockey dude, what's good?
What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing well. Got the snazzy shirts on. Appreciate you guys. The logo and everything. Good, looking good. Start off with my man, the angry one, James Eric. What's good, bro?
What's going on, family? How y'all living, man? Let's get it. Thursday. Let's go.
Day night, you got it, no doubt. We got the DA. DA, what's good, brother?
Six of us on the podcast, 6 of us on the ice. Let's get it.
Oh, man, he's coming in hot already.
Oh,
I don't give a flying. Yeah.
Too many men on the ice. So we'll get to Dan in 30 seconds. Mike Mills.
Too many. It was not too many.
Go ahead. Mike Mills, are you there? Are you with us? You on 85? There you go.
And he got hit the 5. And he got to get the 5.
He's got you introduced me. I got introduced?
Yes, you did. Mike Mills, yes. You're the only Mike Mills, right?
I don't remember hearing that. I just started hearing, are you there? Are you there? But I'm here. Greetings and salutations.
Thank you, sir. Good to have you here. Good to have everybody here. All 6 of us here doing our thing. We're going to start off with hockey. These Stanley Cup Finals are thoroughly on their way. It looks like the Colorado Avalanche, they're up 3-1. I'll give it to Dan. Dan's our hockey dude. Dan, take it away with the Stanley Cup Finals. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so far, this series, very easily could be 3-1 the other way. 2 overtime games, 2 blowouts in each building. So, I mean, it kind of cracks me up, like reading some threads and stuff on the Stanley Cup playoffs. And it was Colorado won the first 2. And it was like, oh, sweep, this, that, and the other. And then Tampa come out and blew them out in their building. Then it was like, hey, where you at, Avs fans? And then they got real quiet. And then they won that overtime game last night. And then it was back at it again. And it's like we were talking, this morning, like that too many men on the ice call that John Cooper, the Tampa coach, is kind of upset about. I can kind of see it from both sides. I can see why he's upset, because the dude that scored the goal is the dude that came on the ice for the guy that was supposed to be going off the ice. And that dude was a good 30 feet from the bench when he came on. He was still getting onto the bench when this guy scored. like they didn't even shut the door. So it was like, I get it where you go like, but at the same time, the referee's going to make mistakes. It doesn't matter what sport it is. I mean, we can talk Angel Hernandez all day long in baseball, but it happens. So, you can't, how do you say that? Like, put the fault on the referees. You got to, don't worry about it, because you can't beat the refs. You got to beat the other team. So you worry about what you can do to get better, to come back the next game and make sure that you get back to Tampa. So, and I understand his whole point of not wanting to talk about it. But that game in itself was kind of, I don't know, like Tampa had the nice goals, and then Colorado, it doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they go in. Yeah. And McKinnon hadn't scored in the first 3 games. And how did he score? He get twirled in this crease by the defenseman. And as he's doing that, the puck hits his skate and slides into the net. Hey, it's not pretty, but it counts.
He's like, duh.
Yeah, hey, that hit me. Hey, right. And then the second goal that they scored, they shot it from the point, and was it trying to think who it was, it tipped it, but he tipped it into Cogliano's shin pad, and it bounced in. So like the only goal that they scored that was like a clear cut, clean shot goal was the overtime goal, and that was a beauty by Kadri. He put that thing and tucked it right up in underneath the bar. The defenseman Byram had to come in and show the referee, like, hey, it's right here in the top of the net. Game over.
I didn't even see it. I was like, where's it at? Everybody was looking for it.
Yeah, because they thought I thought Vasilevsky had it, or it went up in the netting and went out of the rink. But and then as they came in, you could see Byron skate in, and he's pointing right to the top of the net. There it is. And like
it
when
got
they
stuck right up top. So I mean,
yeah.
I seen it go in, but it just wasn't too sure, and it looked like everybody else wasn't sure about it either.
It didn't hit the ice. It was stuck up in the net.
So
yeah.
Everybody was like, okay, is it in? And then you just start seeing Colorado go crazy and celebrating.
And what was weird about the whole play, and then like that's the whole sequence of the too many men, the goal. The referee didn't even signal goal in the play at all.
No, he didn't.
Even after the guy showed him where the puck was.
He never counting the 6.
And
he's counting the 6. He's like 1, 2. Yeah.
But
I love it. Anarchy.
But in fairness, in that play, so the majority of the time, I think that gets called. So as they're doing the change, if the puck would have went up the bench side where he was coming onto the ice and the other guy was going off, that gets called more often than not, because your eyes are on that, where the puck is, watching the play. So you're more adept to see that. But when they passed it, Darcy Kemper got an assist on that goal. He passed it right up to Leckton, and he turned and fired it on the near boards away from the bench, where you had everybody looking away from the benches, and you had your linesman looking across the line to make sure it was onside, because the linesman can call it too. But
right.
4 sets of eyes, nobody saw it.
But and it's funny because the rule is like, well, that can happen if one guy's coming off, but the other guy, one guy's coming on, but the guy that's coming off is within 10 feet of the bench and going towards the bench, which is not what happened, but they just missed it, I guess, man.
I mean, like I said, it happens in every sport. There's a missed call, but like the guy that's coming on, as long as he doesn't touch the puck or get in the play, they give you the leeway of 5 feet or whatever to the bench, as long as you don't get into the play. But he's the guy that took the puck off the pass and went in and scored, so he kind of did get in the play. But like the series has been kind of like weird, because the first game 4-3 overtime, like I said, that could have went either way.
Mm-hmm.
Second game 7-0 shutout blowout again. Tampa loses. Third game 6-2, same thing. But Tampa wins this one, and then again tonight or last night they went in and had the overtime game. So it was like 2 overtimes and 2 blowouts. So the important thing is can Tampa stay healthy? Because watching that game last night, there were some people that, Hovland was at Cernak. He took a shot off his leg, the slap shot. And I will tell you this, where he got hit, there was probably absolutely no padding. Like, I brought a prop today. So this is like your shin guard.
Okay.
So on the side, that's about all the thickness on this.
Very thin.
But it only covers, well, I'm trying to get to, it only covers the side of your knee. So where the pants are up here, there's like when you're bending, there's a space between where the pad is and where your pants are. So that probably basically 90-mile-an-hour slap shot right into the meat of his thigh. And I can understand why he had trouble skating or walking or doing anything after getting hit there, because that had to hurt like hell. And then what was it? Sorelli, he went down awkward in the corner and immediately he got up and grabbed his arm. So I'm not sure if it was his like shoulder or his forearm or his wrist. But, you get to this point of the playoffs and you see how Tampa was getting in front of air. Like, I think it was 17-4 was the shots first period for Tampa in that first period. But they blocked probably 15 of Colorado's shots. I mean, it was crazy.
So let me ask you this, Dan. What between, so it's 3-1. What in the first two games did Tampa Bay figure out to try to slow down Colorado, so to speak, in like game 3?
So if you watched, especially last night, it was real evident. Anytime that they got the puck in the zone, Colorado came in the zone with the puck, and Tampa was able to get the puck away from them. Instead of trying to sometimes make the cross ice pass to get to their other player to get out of the zone, they just started flipping the puck up in the air and, out to the neutral zone. And they would make Colorado go back and get it again. And they just kept that process going to where all Colorado was doing was going in between the two blue lines. They just get in the zone, boom, they just flip the puck back out and go get it. So it's like they figured out, I think, too, how to limit the amount of speed and breakouts that they can come up with speed. Like if you watched the 7-0 game, it looked like practice. Just the way these guys were coming in,
Yes, it did.
Speeding.
Yeah, with this, like they weren't being, made to go out wide or anything. It was just, man, they were going straight to that full speed. And they kind of figured that out in game 3, like, hey, we can't be doing this anymore. And the other thing too is like, the home ice does kind of make a difference. If, Tampa got a chance to put the players they wanted against Colorado's best players.
Right.
And that kind of helped them slow them down a little bit. But like the Avs, they're just so fast 1 through 4, their lines, that you may contain them for a while, but they are going to get a break or two throughout that game and be able to, possibly get a breakaway or a 2-on-1 or something like that, where a high chance of them scoring.
I mean, they constantly seem to be in the zone, in the other team zone all the time. It's just the speed is unbelievable.
But
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, well, they did, like you said, they did try, Tampa did, to kind of build a wall in the middle of the ice, at least make them go wider and go around, in hopes of slowing things down. And like you said, just making them continually go back to get the puck, it helped, because it's not fast breaks then. It's kind of
Did we lose him?
Not sure.
I think we lost DA for a second.
He's in the matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dan.
But like that whole thing, like them slowing them down and flipping the pucks out and stuff like that. But like, I think we were talking about it, like watching that game, like when Makar had the puck or even McKinnon had the puck, just how, like Makar especially, like he's like a forward playing defense that can play defense really well. Like a couple of times he came in, gave a shoulder fake like he was going to go one way, and he bounced the other way. And like he did it to Corey Perry, and Corey Perry was right on top of him. He made the little move, and the next thing you know, he had like 6 feet of separation, and he fired one on the net, where wasn't somebody in the lane. And the same with McKinnon. He was just scooting around like the guys are able to just like, not from a dead stop, but from a glide to like full speed in like 2-3 strides and be able to get away from the other guy, the defending player. It's crazy how fast they are.
What's your predictions for the? Go ahead, D-Dub. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so you think John Cooper, is he going to have this team? I mean, defending champions, you think he's going to be able to bounce back and force another game at Tampa?
Well, that's like, the text that I got was like, oh, it's over. And I was like, look, man, it ain't over. The hardest game to win is game 4.
That would be for me.
Yeah.
It's over. But go ahead.
But that being said, like, I went back to probably one of the best teams that the Penguins ever had in '93. We were supposed to three-peat, and the Islanders came back from 3-1 in the series and beat us 4-3. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yes, is it going to be really difficult? I think Cooper's already put this game behind him. He's done worried about it. He didn't even really say anything because he didn't want to get fined. He just put it out there. We should still be playing. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. And I think, they'll be ready, but they're going into.
Whoa. Didn't the excuse me, didn't the Lightning benefit from a non-call like that last year against the Islanders in the finals?
Yes, game 7.
The same 6 minute ice.
Told you it happens. You got to just forget about it.
Yeah.
You can't dwell on it.
No, you can't. And that's my problem I have with people playing sports, and just officials are human. They're gonna make bad calls. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cry? Well, you know what? Let me go on. Sorry. Go ahead. Some people do.
Yeah, people cry. It's okay.
All day long.
Touch my feelings.
Nope. Dan, go ahead.
No, but it's really going to depend on how healthy is Tampa. Like, is Cirelli going to be able to play? Is Chernak going to be able to play? Because they played a lot of that third period. Like, I think it happened in the second. He came back in the third. I don't know that he played a shift in the third, but they only played with 5 defensemen. And like even the broadcaster said, the longer the game goes, it's going to favor Colorado because they're the fresher team. Like, they've only lost 3 games, the entire playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 to St. Louis and 1 to Tampa. So, I mean, they haven't played a lot of games. So they're definitely still the fresher team. But what was it? Was it the end of the second? I think it was, or maybe the end of the third, that they had Manson and Makar on the ice. And Manson,
Gas.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he was
Them
on the
dudes
ice.
is gas, man.
3 minutes and 11 seconds. Manson was on the ice, and I think Makar was like 30 seconds behind him.
They had mentioned it on the broadcast, and
Yeah.
the guys was just out there way too long. I mean, just tired. You could tell he was tired, and Colorado was just skating around, like just flying around.
Well, that's the thing. Like Manson, he could barely skate. He just basically glided back and forth to whoever he's supposed to cover. And that right there, like, even when I was watching it, I'm like, one or 3 things is going to happen. 1, they're taking a penalty. 2, they're giving up a goal. Or 3, they actually might get out of it without any damage. And that's what ended up happening. But anytime in the second period where your bench is on the far end, you got to go get to the change, you got to make sure you get the puck all the way out and down so your D can change. And that, and a lot of times too, like at one point, I think it was Taves, the defenseman for the Abs, Perry shot the puck out front and he could have played it, but he kind of discarded it and like basically told Kemper, please put your glove on this, get us a whistle so we can change. So like stuff like that,
Gotcha.
and it can, could be very important. Like I really thought Tampa was going to score a goal on that situation because their bench was right there and they brought 3 new forwards fresh on the ice. I mean, I think they did 2 line changes while they were in the zone.
What's your prediction, Dan? What you think is going to happen?
And I'll probably get some hate for this, but I don't think Colorado is going to close it up at home. I think Tampa is going to win that game and send it back to Tampa. But at the end of the day, either game 6 or 7, I think Colorado is going to win. But I don't think it's going to be, a 5-game series. I think Tampa wins Friday.
So you think Tampa wins Friday, and then the Avs will close it out on
either in the next game in Tampa or in game 7 at home.
Okay. Well, the defending champions, that's what they are. They're the 2-time Cup defending champions. When was the last time somebody won a 3-peat in the NHL? Was the Islanders?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when they won 4.
Yeah. So about 40 years ago on Long Island, the New York Islanders with Mike Bossy and Billy Smith and Mike Trottier and Dennis Popson. Yeah, they secured 4 cups out there in Long Island. So that's Dan with hockey. Dan, anything else before we move on?
Not to get into it too deep, but I did see it's like a revolving door. It's almost like baseball with managers.
Oh, yes. Bring 2 minutes on that because I did point that out to you. Yes, go ahead.
So from what I've seen, like I said, I haven't delved into it too much, but it looks like the Bruins, Boston, they let go Cassidy, their coach. He's now, I believe, in Vegas. The guy that was in Vegas that they fired, DeBoer, he's now in Dallas. And then they brought I'm trying to think of his name. But he for the Flyers. The coach that they brought in, Tortorella, the old Rangers coach.
Yeah, John Tortorella, yes.
Yeah, it slipped my mind. And then the interesting one, so the President Trophy winning Florida Panthers with interim head coach because of the whole Chicago thing in Quinville, they let him go. So Andrew Burnett was the coach there as the intern, and they basically ran the league. Granted they went out in the second round to Tampa, but I really thought that they might give this dude a chance. Obviously he did something right.
I thought so too.
He did what he did with the team. Well, they didn't hire him. They hired Paul Maurice, formerly the Winnipeg Jets coach, which was kind of odd. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a really good coach, Maurice, because I think he coached at Carolina back in the day. And then he's also, Winnipeg's coach.
So what you're saying is the NHL is pretty much like the NBA and MLB, NFL. We just retread coaches and we don't give new blood.
Well, they do give new blood. Like, I think they do it more than most sports do. But you have certain franchises or teams that kind of do the same thing over and over again. Because, was it John Hines that was the coach of the Devils and the Predators? He was like the coach of the Penguins farm team, Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and that's where Mike Sullivan came from, the Penguins coach. So Woodcroft was like the AHL affiliate coach for the Oilers. So they do promote within and hire new blood, but like I said, there's just certain teams that they're not going to go out on a limb on a new coach. And a lot of it has to do with the GM that they have and that kind of thing. That
they try to play it safe.
Yeah, it's like, but my biggest thing is Philly might be really good in it this year coming up, and maybe the year after. He's going to get him to play. But it's going to be how long do they listen to him before they shut him, tune him out? Because Torts can be a really difficult coach to play for.
Yeah.
But he gets his teams prepared and they play well. So there is that trade-off. You're going to play well, but how long can you stand the guy?
Wow. We lost DA again, but yeah, that should be interesting. The comparison, like I was saying, when I was talking to you about the coaches and who gets what and who gets this position, and it's very interesting that like I said, the Panthers hire, they didn't stick with the guy that got them there. Maybe they just want to get all things new. So I get it, I understand. So, but that's Dan with hockey and the NHL hockey, man. We're going to move to the National Basketball Association. I
tried, Eric.
Huh?
I appreciate you, Dan. I appreciate you.
I said I tried, Eric.
We was on last week when the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals. They defeated the Celtics. That game was 103-90, and they defeated the Celtics in 6 games, 4 games to 2. I predicted that Golden State would win. D-Dub, what's your thoughts on the series? Golden State was the best team in the league, man.
Yeah, they was the better team. I thought they was gonna get them out of here in 5. Didn't happen. They went to 6. So nothing. Boston tried. They gave a good run. Tatum, he'll be back. The rest of them boys, they just have to tune up some things, and I think stop turning over the ball, and they probably might be in the game and possibly holding up a trophy. That's another issue. So they got a few issues they need to put together.
What'd you say, DA?
They don't have a point guard.
No point guard.
Oh well, yeah. Oh yeah, they got to
which
solve
causes a lot of turnovers, man. A lot. What's his name? Marcus Smart is he's okay. He's serviceable, but he's not that guy to be doing his thing. I know Mikey wanted to chomp right in, but hold up, hold on. But Golden State did what they supposed to do. Steph Curry is not. It's easy to root for these guys. He's easy to root for titles. In his era. So, kudos to them. And they move on, and the NBA season is such a whirlwind because they finished that, and we already into the NBA draft that's tonight. So, that's all I got.
Taking place at the Barclays Center. Mike Millie, since you was chopping at the bit, go ahead, sir. What you got?
Anybody want to apologize to Draymond Green?
No.
Anybody? No.
Nope.
Nah, y'all won't. He was knocking down them corner
Wait a
threes,
minute.
though,
This is
right?
an apology tour for Jerry.
Wait a
Anybody
minute.
want to apologize? Y'all was over here throwing him under the
This is
bus.
his lawyer. I don't know why y'all
Yeah,
think
y'all
this
want to
is
learn
lawyer.
anything different.
Yeah.
Y'all want to learn a whole episode about it, huh? Y'all ain't the episode after me. Y'all want to
not me.
apologize. Name this one. The verdict is in because they won, and Draymond damn near had a triple double, and he was hitting his corner threes and opening up the floor. That's what I want to say.
Yes,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah,
None of them
And-
dudes on
and-
Boston got
and
any
still-
type of handle.
Well, so since you want to go all the way on that, I'll just add to this, and then I'm gonna shut my screen down. Had Draymond been playing like Draymond's supposed to play, it would have been a sweep.
The NBA
There you go.
needed some money.
Well,
Pandemic, inflation, everything's kind of tight right now.
First
We
and
gave him
foremost,
2 more games. We could have did it in 4.
listen, Draymond is 85 years old, right? He had 1 dunk this series, and his back almost went out after that. Draymond is who Draymond is. Like, I didn't expect anything other than him opening the floor. The whole series, whether people like to say it or not, he made good passes the whole series. Like, he was not, he just didn't score. And I'm not even sure why people were asking about him scoring because he's never scored. But that being said,
No.
it was, to me, a lot of this stuff people get into, man, nothing more than the 4-letter network talking points because it's a real, they don't want to talk about hockey. They don't want to talk about baseball. So they got to drum up everything that they can within this series. Listen, I do not believe the Golden State Warriors are the best team in the league. I think they got to the end. I think
who was the best team?
I don't know. Hey, listen, it wasn't them. They had to pull my man. The dude pushed the dude in the hip and grabbed his knee. That is the only reason Memphis didn't walk them the fuck out the door. Real talk.
Shoulda,
Real
coulda,
talk.
woulda. Where they at?
Yeah. I got what you're
Where
saying.
they at?
I'm not mad.
Where they at?
I'm not mad about it.
Where they at,
It
though?
is what it is. I'm not mad.
Rings.
It is what it is. But what I'm saying is that I don't think they were the best team in the league.
Yeah,
I think they
I'm
got
with
to
you
the
on that,
end.
D.
I think they got to the end intact, unhurt, and so much so that they said that had it really come down to it, they could have played Wiseman. So that's how healthy they were. Like they bringing in dudes that ain't played all year, 7
As
foot.
they should.
Let's go. Dog,
Mhm.
come on, man. They came in there healthier than everyone else. And yes, my man Steph Curry is nice. I think Clay played well. Poole played well. Everybody did that. Looney played well. Everybody
They
did
did
a
good
good
job.
job, man.
Wiggins, shout out to
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins stepping up to the plate.
Played
Mhm.
well, man. And Othello, what's now Othello? Sorry.
Damn, Harrison? Jesus.
No,
Kevin Looney.
Georgetown dudes. I'm sorry. What's my man?
Otto
from Washington?
Porter.
Otto
Jesus
Porter
Christ.
got
How
it
did you
in.
mess?
Got
Othello?
it in. Yeah, well, listen. I'm a
No,
Georgetown
my name
dude.
is that. Othello.
Yeah, that's Othello Harrington.
Othello.
But Georgetown, baby. I'm a Georgetown dude. But yeah. So, like I said, I really don't have an issue at all with that at all. I think they played well, and they were the best team in that series for sure. And you know, I got no problem, man. Shouts out to them. They're a good team. I guess a class organization. And I think people just don't understand Draymond because this generations of dudes and people are a little bounty like, Charmin like in their assessment. But anybody that watched any old basketball would tell you like Draymond is the tip of the iceberg. Like he's not even Rick Mahorn's jockstrap. Like that's where he's at, right? Because he's nowhere near that much of an irritant,
No.
or
Facts.
quote unquote walk on the line dirty player. So he is what this generation has, and it is what this generation has to talk about. But I'm happy for him. I got no problem with him.
Facts.
Mike, you have a rebut. Sound like you got a rebut. Go ahead.
Because the Draymond slander must stop. Listen, the man is
Not
a
slander.
4-time champion.
I thought I bigged him up. The Hall of Famer.
Rick Mahorn's jockstrap? That's bigging him up?
I mean, no, as far as that, I mean, talking about being an irritant and Doug, you got to watch. Rick Mahorn used to slap people while they were playing. They didn't call fouls. Like he would slap you. Slap.
Listen, this ain't 19.
What the five fingers say to the face? Slap like that.
Listen,
in games.
Yeah.
listen, shout out to the Warriors. They won. They did what they're supposed to do. Was they the best team? I think there is no best team in this NBA now. It's actually kind of even again. It took it long enough.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's even because basically anybody could really win now.
Let me ask you this. I'm a dive into this. Just riddle me this. Yeah, Eric. I'm gonna ask you first. What is it? Don't do it. What does this 4 titles do for Steph?
It gives him 4 titles. What do you got to dive in a little bit deeper. I'm gonna give you what you asked for, but you gotta dive.
What does this mean? What does this mean for his legacy as his as the greatest and all that stuff?
I mean, my thing is this, man. It all depends on how you have him labeled. Okay, many have him as the best shooter in the NBA ever. Okay, that title didn't hurt or help that. He has 4 titles, and this time around he was the best player on his team, so I don't know how you want to flip that. Man, Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He is probably one of the greatest, how can I word this? He's probably one of the greatest unselfish players, teammates that you've seen. Okay. I mean, the man lets other greats come in and take over, but it doesn't diminish his shine. He has that. That's his That's his greatest ability, is that regardless of who comes in, even if that guy from LA joins Golden State,
Hey.
to me, it still won't diminish his light. It just won't, because Steph Curry is already Steph Curry. It's not going to help or hurt him, in my opinion. I'm already hearing people saying, "Oh, he needs one more and he'll be better than Kobe." Man, stop, man. Please stop, please. The man plays one side of the ball. Let's not even. I'm not even. This two-way player stuff. Kobe been that since day one. Let's don't.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But yeah, Kevin, he's who he is, man. I mean, he stepped up clutch for the first time in the 4 rings that they've gotten. I mean, and that's no slander. It's just the way that his team has been the way his team has been built.
Facts.
Yeah.
Mike Mills, go ahead.
What with the Warriors shot? I'm not even a Warriors fan, and I'm like, yo,
Steph's lawyer too?
nah, like listen.
Explain.
Talk
to me.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
What did I say wrong?
If you look
Kobe
at his
and
numbers,
Myers.
if you look at hold on. If you look at his numbers that he put up in them finals that he allegedly didn't step up in, right? If he was the number one on any other team, nobody would say that. But you standing next to Kevin Durant, you played against LeBron James, who had nobody, so he had to score 1 million points. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, look at the picture.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Go ahead, E. Go ahead.
Stop right there. Because this is the thing this is the problem that I have with a lot of people, is that they look at numbers. Look at the game. He was not the best player for those 2 championships. And if he was so clutch, why didn't he beat Toronto if he was so clutch?
The whole team was injured. The whole team wasn't hurt. Clay didn't die. KD didn't die. Didn't these dudes miss years after they missed the year? So
if he was supposed to be that guy, all I'm saying,
you go out there with Draymond.
If he was supposed to be that guy,
you go out there with Draymond. You saw what happened last time you went out there with Draymond. You go out there with Draymond.
And I'm not the best. I'm still not the best player. I don't care. I can go out there with you, and I'm still not the best player. So what are we talking about? I'm talking about he is a great. When you talk about greats are supposed to take over regardless of who's on the team.
Are they?
Yes.
So Reggie Miller's a great?
Yes.
Patrick Ewing's a great. Patrick Ewing's a great.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's how okay.
Yo, okay. Let me get timeout real quick.
What?
Ranchero, Banchero was number 1.
Don't know why, but all right.
Right. So they got a comparison with him, and I think Michael Beasley is a fair comparison. I do not think him and Ben Simmons is a fair comparison, because he doesn't have a handle like Ben. I mean, he doesn't pass like Ben. Maybe because they're both 6'10", light-skinned guys. I don't know. He's not. I got no reason why. All right, back to our discussion.
All right.
Ranchero at work.
It's no Steph Curry hate. I like Steph Curry. All I'm saying is everybody who is great is different. Your greatness is not defined by anybody else's greatness, in my opinion. All I'm saying is the man is not clutch. This was the first time that I've seen him be clutch in the finals. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not basing it off of numbers. I'm basing it off of impact on the game. Yes, sir, DA. How can we help you, sir?
Me, I actually rebuke against Kevin and this first take-ass question he asked. All right? Kev, no, we don't do that shit. The reality is this, man. He has no legacy until he retires, like the rest of the people that played the freaking sport. All right? He has no legacy until he is done and is finished. I keep giving people this example, and no one can rebuke me. If Anthony Davis, God bless him, has continued foot problems and never plays again, never, is he a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely.
And your answer is no.
No.
He might get in. You know that?
No, they might let him in. Okay.
You know how the basketball Hall of Fame is.
Yeah.
I get what you're getting at.
Yes, okay.
The basketball Hall of Fame is a piece of crap, because I could get in there for being a sports chaser from day one.
Yeah, well, you know,
So-
yes, you're correct. I think that and that goes to the fact that the basketball, the Naismith Hall of Fame is for all of your basketball achievements, and he has the NCAA title, I believe. But
Right.
let's just go NBA. And you guys are right. He probably will still make it anyway. But just saying, like, he hasn't played enough games to be an all-time great. Talking about the seasons he was out hurt or adding up numbers of seasons that he didn't play in. So those things with one ring only, no MVPs, no finals MVPs, none of those things, he's not a Hall of Famer. So why don't we just wait and let Steph Curry finish it out before we say he's in the 10 best and he has a mark on the game? Because I tell people all the time, and I'll bring my mama on this show, my mama, and she'll tell you that Pistol Pete Maravich shot the same shots that Steph Curry shot, but they were only 2-pointers then. There was no three. But he used to come across half court and pull. And you can go look on YouTube and the videos are there. So he ain't the first person and probably won't be the last, because I still believe that Ice Trey, I'm gonna let everybody's go because I'm quiet after this. I still believe Ice Trey will break all his records at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was with you up until that point.
But, I got stats on that one. I got statistics on that. So,
that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just going by the eye test. I'm not debating the numbers.
The records.
I got you. I got you. I just, my eye test don't see that. What you're saying, but that's fine. Second, Chet Holmgren just got picked number 2 by OKC, and he comes from Gonzaga. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say that's a good pick for them, but
A good pick, but I don't trust nothing from Gonzaga. I'm just sorry until you got to show and prove to me, because everything coming out of Gonzaga, like, I don't know.
Why is that? Adam Morrison.
That was a
There you
bad
go.
example. But
There you go. Mike Millie
Rui
carry it away.
over
Carry
there in
away.
DC, he all right.
Yeah.
Aight.
Japanese cat. The Japanese cat's good. He can play.
You're a number 2 pick, first rounder. I'm just saying. I just never seen nothing really good come out of Gonzaga.
Because they don't play against anybody the whole season. They play the same.
This year they played anybody, everybody. They did play anybody, everybody.
But that schedule's done 3 years ahead of time. So all the teams that's anybody, everybody now in college is built. You know they're gonna be there 3 years from now, though. The way these teams is built now, they ain't got no choice. Yeah, like,
well, I will add to that. If you look at where these guys went from Gonzaga,
it's tough.
Yeah, it's difficult to. I mean, they could have came out of damn Kentucky and still probably would have been the same boat. I mean, Adam Morrison was picked by Michael Jordan back in Michael Jordan days. So
we know Michael Jordan can't draft.
Hey, can I stir it up real quick, y'all? For real.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This shit been bothering me for years.
No,
Why do they only compare white players to white players? Like, why is Chet Holmgren Kristaps Porzingis?
Because their game is the same, except he got more handle.
Well, shoot, he could say that his game is like Kevin Durant's then.
He ain't Kevin Durant with that handle.
No, but it's closer to that.
He ain't KD with that handle.
Hey, if you're reaching, that's where we going, right?
Can he shoot though? Can he shoot like KD? Because
he damn sure can't shoot like KD.
Why he's Kristaps Porzingis?
He can't shoot. He can't shoot like Kristaps right now.
KD in Texas
Kristaps had to work on that jumper because Kristaps could hit before, but he wasn't pulling like he pulled now.
KD in Texas was lethal.
And KD got that handle. Like, and I don't like KD, and we know that. We know I'm not a fan, his biggest fan. But nah, he got that shit on the string.
Sorry, lethal in Texas. So I don't know. It's kind of hard when people told me, they KD. I'm like, what are we talking about? If you ain't got that handle like him, and you
ain't got that shot like him.
You ain't got that shot. He was pulling up for years like that.
Hey, I don't have DirecTV no more, so I can't really TiVo and record nothing. But if y'all can, go back and look at the way these guys talk about this dude.
Yeah.
They talk like he Curly Neal. He dribbling around doing the Globetrotter shit.
You
So,
talking about this Chet guy?
that's what they talk about. Like, like Chet doing the Curly Neal. Like, handle good.
He's that good.
He do it all.
Nah,
And make the Franks and put out the chairs and cleans the men's bathrooms on the third mezzanine while the game's going on.
I mean, with Chet, I think it really depends on what they gonna put next. Then are you gonna play him as a 4 or 5?
Well, he's in OKC. What does OKC have there now?
Jay Alexander.
Now they got Shea. They got
Shea can play.
They got Dort. Yeah.
They young, man. So I mean,
got-
young.
That's why I said that's a good pick.
So
And they got the
They
fake
can grow
Dirk
together.
Nowitzki.
Yeah.
Y'all seen the fake Dirk, the foreign dude they got? They got a fake Dirk who get busy. He like 19.
So
They got
you
two
know,
of
it
them.
just depends on the
He was the best
coaching
player
and
on the
how
team last
they put them together. And you know, if they check the ego, because everybody want to try to be that that guy. So we'll see.
I'll put him and fake Dirk together. Go out there and get busy.
I think that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Especially because there ain't no real bigs no more. There ain't no real monster bruises running around. So
They got two. There's two
you
of
could
them.
really
It's two.
right. 2.5.
Embiid and
Don't say Aiden. Please don't say Aiden.
Cat. Big Cat. Man.
Oh, okay. Well,
And Cat's scary. You could force him out the block. He ain't down there like that.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because they
You send a
gone to
little
this
help, Cat
positionless-
running. He turning to shoot. He don't
positionless,
want to
positionless basketball. This is what
it's a double team coming. That's Cat. He ain't doing that. He don't want it.
yeah.
Kev, take it over, Kev. Take it over.
Yeah, we going on the track.
Yes, y'all going way off the track. Gee whiz. The NBA, very interesting. We got the draft going on. Anybody else thinking? I don't think this is a big draft to do. Nothing to me. Teams will fill their needs or whatever, and they'll play. Like Dan said before we started, they're just freshmen. Playing 1 year and in and out.
I do like this kid though, Jabari Smith Jr. I like.
Yes,
this
I
kid.
heard a lot of reviews about him. He's pretty good.
It's a good depth draft, like you said, man.
Yeah.
You're not getting no top 5
definitely
superstars coming in or whatever. But
Nah,
you got guys that can if you get them right and put
They could be
the
something, right?
Yeah.
It'll be something. Yeah, I
the
don't
best
see nobody
players would be
taking
the
over.
dudes out of the G League. Would be the best players out this draft, man.
I don't see nobody taking over the game. Like, I don't know. There's
none of that. I don't believe it. So
I think this is like a 2-year out draft. Like some of these dudes, really, if they would have stayed maybe another year, I think. But a lot of them, I think if you put them right to the next person, like on the right spot, it's gonna be.
Well, there's
So, yeah, I
no
think
more
we
staying
need to-
another year, man. These guys don't. They
don't
that
stay
days
another
are
year.
over.
Yeah.
There's some guys that still do though. That's the thing with college. You gotta know like Villanova. For instance, like a lot of guys could have went, but they stay another year. You know what I mean? It
Well, I
just
think
depends on-
the mid-major guys, they stay.
Well, Kev, we had this, man. The coaches also push the kids out. So, you got to make space for your next class.
True.
So if you bring in a dude and you think he's going to play, you think he's going to be nice, say it don't pan out that way. But you got old boy coming in the next year. You push those kids out, man. I see
what you're saying.
I seen Calipari push out the whole crew before John Wall and them got there. Like all those kids, boom, boom, bye. If they were there 1 year and next year they were all gone. Because he had John Wall and them coming. And they not coming to sit.
Yeah.
So like all coaches do it. They all do it.
So we're gonna move along. That was the NBA segment. A lot of things going on with the NBA. I don't think I forgot anything. DA, that's not nice what you said. My first take thing. I was just trying to provoke.
man.
I was just trying to provoke.
No. We don't know.
Oh, Kevin, you forgot Kyrie Irving, man. That's a big.
Oh
topic.
no, yeah, that's what. No, DA, just 30 seconds.
DA, I know you said he ain't going nowhere, but he
No,
got
he's
five
not.
teams.
No, no.
Why is he not going to
Hold on.
30
He
seconds?
I can tell you why. I can tell you why he's not going nowhere.
He listed
and I
five
can-
teams.
and I can tell you why.
37.5
I
million.
can tell you the 5 teams and what that means. He's not going $37 million. He's just doing that to let the world see that he's serious, that he could leave, that there's people that want him. He ain't going nowhere. No one else is going to get that contract.
Well, why does he care? Why does he care
Well,
what people think? He don't.
because
He know the world is flat
no.
for him.
No,
he don't care.
He doesn't care what people think.
Oh, okay.
He's putting it out there so that the Nets know that this guy's like, yo, listen, man, I'll leave. And they know we ain't leaving. So this is all WWE.
So
Right.
No one
negotiation
going nowhere.
tactics.
Yeah, these dudes will be there. And that's that. He's not being traded. No one's taking over that salary because there's no one else with a salary like that you can move one for one.
Hey D, hold on one second though. And I keep hearing this thing of relevance, and where have we gone? Like in these teams, like we just care about relevancy. We don't care about being just being good for a second. It's not like we're not interested in being good all the time, just a little bit, So I guess it's because players leave and go. What is it about
That's
that?
money.
Yeah, money. Money has changed.
Trade him to Sacramento.
Yeah, it starts at the top, man. Organizations and salary cap and mismanagement in all sports. If you do that right, like New England did, you win a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't, you don't. Turnover is never good for championships.
On and off the court.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me move on to golf a little bit. For a little bit, we're gonna move on to golf. I'm not the golf guru. Duran Cooper is our golf guy. He's not here tonight, but somebody else defected to the LIV tournament. Brooks Koepka joined Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Lee Westwood in switching to the $200 million series ahead the second round in Portland, Oregon on June 30th. So I talked to some of the guys yesterday, and I was like, yeah, y'all good with some of golf's best people breaking out and leaving the PGA Tour. Y'all good with that? I'll start with, DA, go ahead.
Why not? This is America, man. This is what we built on, right? Ain't we doing a capitalist thing, right? You offer more money for the job. I go take the job and I get paid on every Friday. I'm not sure why we can't do that.
So let me ask you this: What's so bad about? And I'm just asking. I'm just the guy. I ask the questions, thought-provoking question. What's so bad about the PGA Tour that these guys are leaving? They're talking about playing condition.
Evidently something, right? Because like we said last week, Greg Norman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the changes that are made that they're doing in LIV, he just didn't fucking put his hand in the bag and come out with these things, right? Right? These things came up over conversations, over years,
Right.
talking to other golfers. And these are the things that most likely, at least a percentage, because they left, of golfers are cool with playing 3 days, not being there 4 days, especially, adding on what Derwin said, that the pros got to come in a day early and do the damn pro-am with some rich dude that can't play. Come on, man. Dude is like, yo, man, listen, I just want my money and get going. That's what I would like to do. And again, we are in America and you should be able to do that. So I'm done. They're not defecting. They just left for a better job because they're just part of the PGA. The PGA is not a league. So it's an association.
Right. Dan, what you think about the guys leaving, not defecting?
Well, kind of liken it to, with the USFL or whatever football league they dream up. They do that because they want to have something different or something better than what they got going on now. So for me, to me, it seems like these guys that are going to play in this LIV tournament instead of like having to pay for all their stuff, they're actually looks like they're getting a salary. They're getting money. They're getting money up front, like to play the year. So, you got to go out and play to hope to win and make some money, or you can pay me the money and I'm gonna have a good time and be relaxed because I'm not worried about winning it all the time to make my money. And I think a lot of like what DA was saying with Greg Norman is probably a lot of stuff that pissed the players off in that tour and what they had to, pay for themselves or do themselves are now kind of thrown in or taken care of for them. It makes it a whole lot easier. And I mean, think about it. Would you take a guaranteed, $3 million a year to play in a tournament every year? It's like hitting a lottery every year. And you don't even have to win. That's the best part. So,
exactly.
I don't think they're defecting. I think they're just, being smart about, hey, guaranteed money, let's go.
Let me read the tournament format. The first 7 events of the 8-round series are held across 3 days with the traditional stroke play format deciding an individual winner after 3 rounds and 54 holes instead of the usual 72. There are no cuts, meaning all 48 golfers will compete every day while shotgun starts. And this is what Derwin said last week, where players tee off simultaneously are intended to make play faster. So they'll tee off on individual holes throughout. So, and the prize money is second round that lives through gets underway in Portland as Pumpkin Ridge on the 30th of June. Competition will play for a share of $25 million. Prize purse with $20 million of that split based on individual performances. So if you play good, I guess you get in there. So, Eric, you had something? I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's just all about choices, man. These guys just want a choice. They made a choice. What's so bad about that? I don't understand it, man. It just seems like these people want you to have blinders on and just lead you. This is how it's supposed to be. It's like I said earlier, man. Whenever people have choices, they make better choices for themselves. I mean, if everything is just one-sided, you're supposed to just walk the same way all the time. It's not supposed to be like that. So I don't have no problem with these people leaving. They're just making a choice to go somewhere else. Nothing wrong with that.
What do y'all think for the long term of golf? What does this do?
Opportunity to do better.
I don't think it does. I mean, listen, man, we know what it is. It's about the paper. That's why are we fooling each other, man? It's like, this is crazy. They got the opportunity to make more money. What you said? It's about the what?
Rory said it's about the glory.
Kid, yeah, it was about that like years ago. You know what I'm saying? When people actually cared and, they wasn't getting paid a whole lot of money and, people were just getting the respect. It wasn't about nothing else. But now the money has come into the play, and these guys are able to play this game and make a whole lot of money to change their life and their lifestyle. So I'm not mad at it. I think, again, PGA, do better. That's again, I'm not going to divvy away from what I was saying early, last week. You got to do better. If you want them to stay, pay. That's what it is.
People don't care about I won X amount of tournaments. Well, listen, my family is rich for the next 10 generations.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't win any of those tournaments.
I guess the only question I have about this whole LIV thing is with being Saudi backed is how long until they lose interest? Like, how long are they going to back this for? These guys are leaving the PGA Tour to go to it, get a year or 2 or 5. Is it going to be around for a while, or is it going to be like, some of these other sports where these other types of the same sport, they fall off, fold, because the lack of interest in them. That would be my only question. I mean, the good news is it looks like they get to play in the US Open. Or the 150th Open or whatever, because that's the other thing is like they have so many opens or whatever a year, and I think that they have some sort of system to where you can qualify for that you don't necessarily have to be on the PGA Tour to play in these opens.
Well, the opens are golly, I'm gonna say it wrong, but Derwin explained to us last week that the opens are run by somebody else.
Yeah. And
So they're not even PGA. So it doesn't even matter. Like you could, because the British Open, they can play there too.
Yeah. And that's
No
my
problem.
thing. That like if you could take the money, but still play in the big majors or opens, I mean, nobody wants to go, to all these different small golf courses and golf 52 weeks of the year. If you could play like the 4 or 5, say, big events, with all the best in the world, and then go play this other tour, why not? It's just be like playing the Asian tour or whatever, and then coming to those events to play. So I don't think the PGA can totally block them from playing in some of these events that they want to play in. It's just that they can't grind it out, with all the tournaments they got all year.
That was a real good point, though, Dan, about it falling off. And I mean, the Saudis got enough money to do it forever if they'd like to.
If they would like to, correct.
What I do believe, based upon what you just brought up, is that the difference is that, and it's a slight difference, it's a tour. They're not actually opening up like another USFL or World League football. Like this year they didn't see themselves being in competition with the PGA at all, because their events were on different weekends. But they were still giving, hey, go ahead, go play your tournaments.
Right. Yeah,
It's a fact.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even they weren't even out here trying to compete. Again, it's these talking heads, man. Like they say things like, defect. Like, come on, it ain't that bad. It really ain't that. And we're talking about golf, where we probably wouldn't be talking about golf. So
Eric said it last week.
Yo, man, the PGA, they could act like they mad, but they better be glad. Oh, that's bars. Oh, no, sorry. They better be glad that that LIV is here, because wouldn't nobody be talking about it unless Tiger is present. I mean, that's just facts.
Facts.
Costa Contra. Those 4 dudes around the table. 4 dudes around the table.
Let me move on to the NFL real quick. A couple of things with the NFL real quick. What did the Browns do with Deshaun Watson? What's going to happen, man? What's going to happen with that?
Yo, man, I'm gonna just say this. Okay. It all depends on how long it's going to be before this man gets suspended.
Correct.
Right? Because you still got all this stuff going on. You got these little side table deals over here and all this other stuff. So sounds like it's going to be stretched out for a while. Until he's suspended, I would play him. I mean, you done paid this man all this money. Play him.
You done traded your future for him.
Yeah, play him.
You done made your other quarterback mad.
Yeah.
That's the choice you got.
Play. Yeah, you never. I mean, come on, man. Listen, I okay. Play him. Get Baker Mayfield the oop out of here, okay, and have that locker room have some kind of stability. Because with Baker still there, the way they treated him like the raggedy stepchild, move him, cut him, do whatever, let him go, be free, start fresh. You got Deshaun, he's not suspended yet. Play him. When he does get suspended, if he gets suspended, how long he gets suspended, you deal with that when you cross that bridge.
D-Dub, you have something? I'm sorry.
Nah, I really don't. I mean, I agree with E, man. I mean, you done traded. Well, you done paid this guy a exorbitant amount of money. So I mean, what are we doing? As far as I'm concerned, as far as we know, there's nothing criminal here, right?
I haven't heard anything. Civil. Everything's civil.
So I'm trying to understand what is the NFL's rules. Is it if you do something criminal, then? But if you got a civil issue, It's nothing criminal here. He didn't do nothing.
Well, this is the NFL, D. You know how
Right?
it goes.
But I'm
They
just
don't have no
saying.
rules. They make it up.
I'm just saying.
As they go.
Right? Are we clear on that? If there's nothing criminal here, why can't the man play?
I don't want to. There you go. I don't want to, and that depends
Code of conduct
on the W's.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
That-
they
yes,
all have it
sir.
in their contracts.
That's
Where-
on the Doves, man. And
I think most sports are like that, where they have.
Okay, code of conduct.
Well,
What? I went to go get a massage.
If you can't prove that he's done anything, what are we talking about?
yeah,
So
but
again,
they
that's-
couldn't. The officer said that Ezekiel Elliott was innocent and didn't do anything,
Mhm.
and they sat him 6 games.
I didn't agree with that either. That was bullshit.
The NFL said Ray Rice didn't lie to us about anything that was on that tape. He came up front and told us what happened.
And then they saw
And
the
they
tape.
suspended him twice
This is the NFL, people.
for the same crime.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm not defending anything.
So,
Right.
They
what,
make
so
it
what
up
we saying?
as they go
Code of
along.
conduct, or that don't mean so. It doesn't mean the NFL history of inconsistencies in their policies and procedures.
It's just not NFL. It's baseball too.
But you know the NFL gets.
But
No, I understand that the NFL just gets because these
to your
players.
point of massage, what happened to Robert Kraft?
He's rich. He's a billionaire.
There you go. There you go.
They
Code of
caught-
conduct, though, right? You just told me
They
code of
caught his.
conduct.
They caught his ass.
Hey,
Red-handed.
Red
Yeah,
hand. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
about
they
red.
caught
Yeah.
him.
He
White
Something was
handed.
red. I don't know if it was his hands.
he had
Something was
the
red.
Stop. Stop. Go ahead,
But
Dan.
he,
Something
but
was
he
red.
got. Did he get anything?
no.
That's what cracks me out.
Stop.
Well, listen, I do you one better, Dan. Your boy Jim Irsay got caught
Stop.
in the car with the pills and the weed and the coke. They told him not to go around the team for 30 days.
Mhm.
Okay, let's stay on topic.
So-
Dan, go
No,
ahead.
no.
No.
What I'm saying is
He's a
that they're
billionaire.
not.
No,
Yeah, they
no,
don't. they
Kev,
don't
this
do
is
that.
all relevant. I'm sorry. This is all
But
relevant.
but the point is, it like I said, it's probably in a code of conduct of something where you make the team look bad or the NFL
The
look
league,
bad.
yes.
Yeah, but look at it this way. The dude that got suspended, Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
He never got arrested or charged.
Nothing.
Nothing. He got
Ooh.
2 years.
And he said, "Yo, it wasn't me.
And well, I did see where he's appealing the case, so we'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that.
Said it wasn't
But-
me."
But that's the thing. It's the you made the MLB look bad or the Dodgers look bad, so we're going to suspend you for your code of conduct or whatever they want to call it. But across all sports, it's like that where it's selective on A, who they decide to put it on, B, what the consistency of it is. You know, and it's because like I heard where he's possibly facing a full
Yeah.
season of the suspension.
We still ain't told about the biggest criminal of them all, Ben Roethlisberger.
Whoa, Ben
We ain't
quit.
talking about him.
Ben
Allegedly.
quit. Ben
Allegedly.
quit before
Ain't
that
nothing
thing could come
alleged.
back on him.
Ain't nothing alleged.
Oh no, that happened. They know that happened.
What
We
about
ain't know
Ray
what
Ray?
happened.
Well,
What about
Which-
Ray Ray?
yeah. Oh yeah. Preacher Ray.
I mean,
had his
you
boy-
want-
that was
Yeah, yeah.
before.
That ain't
That
happening.
was
That was his
Reggie Ray.
entourage.
Reggie Ray.
Uh-huh.
He had his
Yeah,
boy,
I was-
him
First
some
of all,
dude
it
up.
Wait a minute.
First
We're
of all, it
getting
wasn't
off
Bang
topic.
Bang. It was Poke Poke. And second, it was the entourage.
Yeah, okay, whoever it was. They
That's
with Ray
what-
Ray. They would have been
Allegedly.
there if Ray wasn't there.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
The point being, it's not consistent.
Go. Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
and
Dan.
all.
It's-
No, I'm just saying.
That's
Get back on track. Like
Damn,
Yeah.
it's like the Steelers.
whatever.
Well,
But it's not consistent. There's no like set conditions, rules, or a guideline that they follow.
Correct.
one thing that we say, Dan, and we need to get you on some of these conversations we have during the day, but you're probably asleep. But we've been saying for years that these leagues need to get out of the discipline business. right? And where they're at fault, in all seriousness, is that they hire ex-cops, investigators, people that know this shit, and then they get an opinion and don't listen. This is where the problem comes in, that it's all WWE. It's all phony, because if they tell you, hey, man, listen, we did our due diligence, we did investigation, nothing happened, the girl lied, da-da-da, or this happened or that happened. Got it. Because when, God bless, when the dude hit the girl in Vegas in the car and blew it up, when the police and the investigators came and told the NFL what happened, oh, yeah, he's going to jail, never play again, out of it. They were cool with it then. But if they give you a result you don't want, then you go against that. And that's what's going to make the police stop wanting to work with you, other than the fact that maybe they squandered their pensions while they were working and they need that money now. But otherwise, there'll be no reason for them to deal with you if you're not going to listen to them. And that's what all these leagues do. So they all hire somebody to look into this stuff. So that's the problem. It makes no sense to me, man, when you do this and then you're like,
Since we went down this thing, I'm just gonna go there. 30 seconds from everybody. And I don't understand why Congress gets involved with sports. And you saw with the whole the steroids thing. You had Palmero on the stand saying what did Palmero say? I don't remember. Or no, that was Roger Clemens. And
I misremembered.
So now you had Roger Goodell back at Congress yesterday with the whole Washington Commanders scandal going on. I don't understand why Congress, they have a whole lot of other stuff to fix. Why are we dabbling in what's going on with the Commanders, and why won't they just let the NFL deal with that? And DA DA was on the phone this afternoon. He made up a good point. I was like, well, why don't Goodell just, Goodell said he doesn't have the power to fire, make, what's his name, Snyder sell the team because of his conduct unbecoming, right? No, he doesn't have the power to do it.
No, he needs the
other owners to have the.
He needs some kind of majority vote.
24 out of 32 owners needs to be able to.
And
vote.
DA, what did you say?
Billionaires.
That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Billionaires don't turn into other billionaires.
No.
And that's why.
Let's start these 30 seconds on that. Who's going first?
That's why I say,
go ahead.
Whenever all I'm saying is,
Eric.
whenever people say, "Oh, you got to protect the integrity of the shield," I laugh hysterically, because you can miss me with that bullshit. There's no integrity. As long as money is involved, there's no integrity. How on one side you got Deshaun Watson facing all of this, and then Daniel Snyder is just in the cut, just chilling? Come on, man. Make it make sense to me. That's my 30.
Billionaires don't go to jail. Rule number 360, we don't go to jail. Because we're rich, bitch.
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
He got the power to suspend and make up any rule for anything and let anybody get off for whatever he feel like letting him get off for. But you can't make him sell the team.
Nope.
I call bullshit.
He works for the
owners.
He works for the owners.
He worked for himself to be feeling like. It feel like he do what he want to do. So
no, he actually,
I know what it might feel like, but that's
everything
not
he does for the owners.
Correct.
That's
Kev,
all the job is.
They're not. This is just a dog and pony show. I talked to DA earlier today, and I was like, "Why in the world?" They already know the answers to this. This is just it's just game to put it out there in front of the people so they can see like, oh, we doing something. They already know. They already know that they need majority vote. And DA is right. Billionaires don't turn in other billionaires. That's what they do.
4 horsemen, baby.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Lex Luger, Arn Anderson.
That's what you got right there.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Whoever the other
Tully.
Yeah. Tully Blanchard.
And Ole Anderson.
Yeah. They're not.
Daniel
This is all
Snyder,
game.
Daniel Snyder been nasty since before Shanahan was the coach.
Get
him out of there.
Life.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to. Well, Mike, they're not. It's not going to happen. What? They're going to have to vote, and they're not going to vote.
They need to just Kick the team. Put them in the USFL. Drop a team. Drop them.
So again,
And
it goes back to voting with your dollars. If you if you don't like what's going on, don't watch it.
Do like I did. I was a Washington football team fan for a very long time, and I did not like the, let's just say, direction of the team. So I jumped ship, and everybody asked me why. And I know it's all over sports. It's all over life. However, you got to stand for something, don't you?
A fall for anything.
You should have never jumped on that ship. I don't know why you did that foolishness.
Hey.
Don't watch the product.
Because at the end of the day, too, you got to realize, too, Mike, Washington brings in a lot of money every year, regardless if they suck or not. Their fan base is strong, and they travel strong. So it's not like this is
Carolina.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a lot of roots into it, man. It's a dirty game.
Is that they make a lot of money on the books they show the league, or the
both,
books they show the books they show the government?
Both.
Yeah, he really a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
all of the above.
He took a real Pittsburghy tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Dan. They got those Al Capone books that nobody sees, and then they got the other books that you're looking at. You know, but
that's, I mean, like for the whole, just Daniel Snyder is just bad for football. Just the work environment. If you're the other owners and he's pocketing money,
they're not going to get rid of him.
One point about that, Dan, is that they say you may say he's bad for football, but the other billionaires say he's good for my pockets. Because that's the way they do things. It's either you are making money for them or you're losing them money. So at this point in time, we can only assume that he's making the other owners money, because if he was losing them money, they get his ass the hell up out of there, quick, fast, in a hurry.
And plus, too, there might be some other owners that's doing the same thing that he's doing. So
because those emails, you got to be emailing somebody, right?
That's how John Gruden got caught up.
We going down all them rabbit holes.
So I mean, it's definitely a culture there that it is what it is. That's what goes on.
D-Dub has a legal note before we get out of the NFL.
Yeah, just before we get out of there, I just want to say these two names. Ben Roethlisberger has been proven guilty of nothing. So we just want to let y'all know from the Sports Chaser, on the behalf of Sports Chasers podcast, he has never been charged with a crime except riding a motorcycle without a helmet, without the proper license. That's one. Two, Ray Lewis did his attorneys agreed to a plea deal and dropped his murder charges to obstruction of justice, a misdemeanor. So just to be clear, we won't get into no legal ramifications there. Just want to point that out.
True that.
Shout out to D-Dub. Thank you.
All opinions.
Absolutely.
But deal with the facts.
Before we get out the NFL, on the side note, Tony Siragusa, man, played with Mike's Ravens. Man, he passed away yesterday at 55 years old, man. That was a shocking surprise. Used to love to see Goose on the field with the Ravens, as also as an
NFL guy. NFL Fox.
For Fox, as a talking head on Fox for NFL Sundays, man. So rest in peace, Tony Siragusa.
That dude was a dog, boy. He could get after it, boy.
Shout out to Goose.
With the Colts too.
What did he go to? What school he went to? He went to Pitt. Did he go to Pitt? No,
Siragusa.
I don't remember where he went. I don't know where he went. Yeah. Might have been Maryland, one of them schools. Because he's from up our way, so he's a Jersey cat.
Yeah, Jersey dude.
Yeah. So
he went to school in Kenilworth, New Jersey. Yeah, he played at the University of Pitt. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pitt.
Yeah,
he sure did. Damn, shame on you.
I know. Sorry.
He went undrafted in 1990, so that goes to show you, man. You can.
Yeah,
you can make a name for yourself, man.
I forgot he has some knee injuries and stuff like that, and
he's a big dude, B. Hard to go that long, that big, man.
Between him and the rest of his office, and I think they had a wall. They made a wall like 700 700 pounds, man,
It
between
was
them.
him and
Uh,
Sam Adams, right? Sam
Adams, if I'm not mistaken.
The two defensive tackles. They're serious, man.
Yeah, what year was that? That was the 2001 team, that 2000 Raven team.
I don't know. They beat your
Crazy.
Giants. So
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Oh, you talking about the 01 Ravens, the greatest,
Yeah, the
the
old
greatest,
one.
the
Yeah,
greatest
2001,
defense of all
I can
time.
say that's Mikey
Oh, that
Raven.
team, the
Yeah.
greatest defense of all time.
One of
Wow.
them. One of them.
One of them, yeah.
V.
You're not beating
Nah.
them steel curtains. I'm sorry. That
Oh, ain't
Or
nobody
the
worried
Bears.
about them. Ain't nobody worried about them neither. They're gonna do Super Bowl shuffle. Saying 85.
This guy here, so disrespectful. The youngest in charge. I tell you, this guy.
She's gonna do Super Bowl shuffle. Get out of here. Ain't worry about them.
Evan L, take it away, sir.
We're gonna move to the
This is
Major League Baseball. The power rankings are out. My New York Yankees, yo man, they just keep on trucking along. Aaron Judge,
they're gonna be broke, man.
say that again.
Say we're going to be broke.
Yankees don't go broke.
We gonna go broke off.
No,
of
we
this
just pay the luxury tax.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all got that. Y'all got that. Like Dan said before, the numbers that they show the league, or the numbers that we know are buried underneath Yankee Stadium with the illegal gambling den and the workers who built the stadium.
So, thank you, Mike. The Yankees are number one as of this week. Mets, your Mets are the number two, Mike. Bringing up number two. The Dodgers are number three. Mets are playing really good. Mets with 47 wins. The Dodgers.
No, we got beat up this weekend.
Okay. Well, you want you don't want to have no optimism for
It's early.
the Mets.
Talk to me after All-Star. No, talk to me in September because I don't trust them.
Oh yeah, y'all be getting beat up by the Astros. You got swept by the Astros 2 games. The Astros are number 4. San Diego Padres number 5. Blue Jays number 6. Red Sox number 7. Red Sox have won 13 out of 17. They have been playing mighty well. The Giants are number 8. The Braves are number 9. The Twins are number 10. The Guardians are number 11. The Cardinals are number 12. Phillies are 13. Brewers are number 14. The Rays are number 15. The Yankees have been handling the Rays the series. Aaron Judge hit one yesterday. Gee whiz. Man, oh man. He had 2 last night, and wow. The Angels are number 17. The Rangers are number 18. Diamondbacks 19. The Marlins are number 20. In fact, I think the Mets come down to South Florida to visit the Marlins. The Orioles are 21. Rockies 22. Mariners 23. Cubs 24. Tigers 25. Dan's Pirates are 26. Dan, who's the guy that y'all brought up? That monster 6'7" guy.
Oh, Cruz.
Shortstop, man. Gee whiz, man.
Yeah.
He looks weird out there. I swear.
O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal
6'7".
Cruz, man, he can run and throw. I mean, are they going to leave him at shortstop? I mean, he needs to be at first base or something, or in the outfield. Gee whiz.
I don't know. I mean, depends if he can play the position. If he can cover, he's got the speed to do it. I don't see why you move him.
So, per our discussion last night, tell us why you say the Pirates do what they do when they come to these guys coming up in the farm system.
Well, it's like we talked about it with this years of service thing. It's an extra year that they get to keep control over the salary for the player. So,
right.
And like he's been up, I think 3 games. He's 214 batting average. I think he's got 6 RBIs.
Yeah.
And scored like 3 runs. But, since he's came up, I think we've won 3 of 4 against Chicago. I think we lost last night. But yeah, they won today 8-7 in 10 innings. And like they got a couple of young players. Like I'd really like to see them try to keep this group together and see what they can do in the long term over, more than just one season and, get because they got Brian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, this Michael Chavis, he's doing really well. The Cruz guy they just brought up and this Madris guy another, I think, rookie that they brought up. So they've been playing well as of late, but it's how long do they keep them? When that contract runs out, are they going to resign them? Will they spend the money? We're hoping Judge gets a huge contract, which will help us be able to pay them. And like I always said, like I'd really like to see an owner or the current owner spend some money. Don't go bananas, but spend some money and stay competitive. Because I think if they can get a pitcher or two that they have the talent, if they just develop these kids, that they could be really good, like kind of like the Marlin, model.
Right.
Get a bunch of young kids, develop them, go on that run, maybe win a championship, and then let them all go and start over again. But we'll see if they stay or go.
Eric, your White Sox, 33 and 34. I don't did I mention them in the top? I'll have to look.
Ain't no need to talk about them. Go
ahead, Kev, Master P.
It's the same thing I said from last week, man.
I mean, DA cut me off. I wasn't trying to. There was no digging.
Yeah.
They ain't hurting me now. Again,
I was just gonna ask. Yo, when is it gonna be over for La Russa? Because this is it, man.
Also,
right now.
It was over like 2 years ago, but also.
I mean, it was over when they hired him, according to Eric.
Well, yeah, this is true too. But
Eric definitely said that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Go back a couple of episodes. I definitely said it. But yeah, man. I say All-Star break, or at the end of the year.
You made man though, E.
Yeah, I know. I made man, but he ain't bringing no made man wins. So
yes, that's a fact.
That made man stuff wears out over time. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Nah, man, but yeah, man.
The Yankees. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Eric.
No. I was just gonna say, man. They do have some injuries or whatever, but I still feel like they need another voice in that locker room. So.
Gotcha. D-Dub, the Yankees' historic start. They're the second team to start 50 with 50 wins, the quickest of 50 wins behind. I just read this behind the 1911 New York Giants.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Yankees?
I don't get excited until after July 4th, but this is kind of crazy. It almost kind of remind me of that 100 and what they had 106 win season, or when they
that 99 team.
Yeah,
when they beat the Padres in four games in the World Series.
Yeah, I mean this is kind of scary. I mean, they are hot, like red hot. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to them. But like again, we say baseball is a marathon. It's not, it's just a long time, man. So it's only June. We almost embarking at the end of June. So you still got July and August and you got September. So still got a long ways to go, but the incredible start to the season after, little hiccup early. But after that, I mean, they just been steady going, everything, timely hits, everything going their way. And that usually, sometimes I get scared of that because I usually don't like that right now too early. I like to have that magic after July.
Well, can I just say I am a Yankee fan too, even though I've adopted the White Sox. I just want to say, as great as the hitting has been, the pitching has been phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion, with these talking heads. So we'll do it gladly here. Yo, man, Cole is 6-1, 3.14 ERA. Sevy is 4-1, 3.27. Cortez is 6-3, 2.31 ERA. Tallon 8-1, 3.19 ERA. Come on, man. You don't.
No fours. There are no fours. No fours.
No fours. They've only given up. Let me go back to it. But I believe they've given up the least amount of runs. I think it was 2. Why did I switch? But yeah, they've given up the least amount of runs in the whole league, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what they're doing, man. Now, I hope they keep it up, but I'm like D, man. I'm trying not to get too excited until it really matters.
Truth be told, we all Yankee fans, except for Mike and Dan,
But that's not necessarily true.
What?
No, think about this. Part of your roster is my old Pirates.
Yes.
I knew you
Yes.
were going
Yes, and yes.
Garrett Cole, Talon. I mean,
Yeah.
let me look. I need to look at their roster to see who else is on this team.
It's a-
But the biggest problem is the digits on the end of this thing. Garrett Cole, 36 million.
yeah, oh, yeah.
That's probably as much as we're paying total.
Yeah.
But
True.
I mean, that's the sad part about it is like two of those guys that you mentioned, the pitchers, could make a huge difference if they would have stayed where they were, if they would have paid them or could afford them.
But yeah, yes. So there's two sides
that's-
to that.
So that's what, kind of like where I'm at, as a fan is, I kind of like the players, and wherever they end up, I kind of follow, like McCutcheon and those kind of guys, and follow up with, where they go and what they're doing in their career. Because we really can't have a team because, like I said, it's the farm team.
Yeah, well, it is.
We're just developing them for the other guys.
For us. Yes, thank you.
and we appreciate that.
We do.
Let me just say this real quick because I didn't want to misquote. The Yankees have only given up 208 runs and scored 353, a plus of 145.
Yeah.
It's scary, B.
That's
I'm sorry,
Definitely
Kev.
scary. The San Diego Padres, they're number 5. One note I wanted to note out, Fernando Tatis. He has not played not one game this year, and he leads the league in all-star voting.
Yeah, he is standing tall at the A to the is a T to the is a M to the is a. He's there good. Like, yeah,
D-Dub has noted in man, he has not played a game, and yes, he leads the league in voting. D-Dub, what you said, the Knicks are on the clock. We're gonna have parting shots. The Knicks on the clock. Gee whiz, who the Knicks gonna pick?
Knicks is on the clock, and
Charles.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
guard.
But
It doesn't matter as long as we still got the big crybaby.
Oh,
Never
Julius.
mind. Let me. Never mind. I'm not even going to do it tonight.
Parting shots, man. We'll start off with Mike Mills. Mike Mills, what you got for us? First of all, Mike Mills, where can we be found at?
We could be found everywhere that Angry Man at the beginning said. We could be found at.
yeah,
But also, but I'll break it down. We could be found on Twitter, Facebook, IG at Sports Chasers Podcast. We can also be found on any platform you stream music or podcast on. We are available there. And also sportschasers.net. We are also there as well.
My man, thank you. Since you said that, what's your parting shot, sir? What do you got for us tonight?
Just prayers go up to the family of those two former Ravens who just lost on the same day, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Also, prayers also go out to the family of Caleb Swanigan. Rest in peace, Big E. It's crazy. And next Wednesday, I'm like I said, I'm Moonlight as Batman. So next Wednesday, I'll be at Party Animals Garage in the evening. I'm performing live. Come pop out, come link up with me. You can hit me up on Instagram, holla at me. All right, and that's it.
Mike paying for drinks.
Yeah, bullshit. That lemon check. You know how long ago we lost that lemon chicken sponsorship? I ain't got no money.
Oh man, thanks, Mike Mills. DA, since you got in, what you got for us, sir? What you got for us tonight?
Hey, for the fans, man, I need y'all to help me out with something real quick, fast, in a hurry. Sports fans, which Yankee team was the best fans team? Which roster? 96, 97, 98, 99, or 2000.
None.
Need the best team. So read a book, get the roster, hit us up on YouTube or with all the places that Mikey just said that you can DM us at. And let me know, because with the historic start for the Yankees now, it got me thinking, who's the best team, that they had. So yeah. So that's where I'm at. Everybody take care of themselves. If you feel you're gonna say something stupid, put a period or a comma on it. Breathe.
What?
And don't say nothing. All right, that's it.
before I just want to interrupt real quick.
Go
The
ahead.
Knicks is fucking up again. All right. Y'all go ahead.
They took some dude from France.
We
It took the wrong dude from France, but all right. Ah!
My parting shot says, y'all, everybody have a great night. Y'all be blessed and be safe.
Man. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you should
Go ahead,
have cut this off early, man. That's my whole demeanor. Up on that.
Well, next week it might be just me and Dan because the rest of Chase is on suicide watch. And
we still got some other teams to lean on. We good. But yeah, everybody be safe out there.
Go ahead.
Everybody be safe, man, and just watch out for your fellow man, woman, and child, and we can all live happily ever after, man. Don't be an idiot. Oh, that's an
Idiot.
Yeah,
It's good.
Cap,
D-Dub,
I ain't
got?
got it, man. This.
Oh, great show.
Wait.
No one even knows this dude. Like he hasn't dapped up.
The Knicks
anybody.
traded the pick. They traded 11.
they better.
Okay. Somebody will make a Instagram reel
Oklahoma
tonight.
City's back on the clock. So he's going to OKC. The Knicks supposed to be getting a bunch of draft picks back.
Okay. All
right. Whatever.
Makes sense.
Good night, y'all.
Okay.
So they gave up on
Dan,
this season in
for
this draft. All right.
not much to make it short, sweet. Great show. Good to see everybody again. Everyone take care. We'll see what happens on Friday. Hope we get one more game after Friday.
I think well.
We'll see.
Don't disrespect the champs.
Oh, I'm disrespecting. It's over.
When we had this
It's
out
over.
there.
Hater.
It's over.
Let me just read that. Derwin kind of chimed in. He texted me. He said that team sports has transitions to entertainment business, and true sports fans feel disconnected to the decision-making process that the zero to do with winning at times. So he basically was saying it's basically about the money, man. We were talking about the LIV tournament, man. It's basically about the money.
What we've been saying, man, and it's true. It's not the same.
Shout out to Durham. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's definitely not the same. I don't have nothing heavy, nothing deep, nothing like that. Just everybody get well, get better. Look out for your fellow man. I don't have anything special. Thank y'all for chiming in. For chiming in tonight. Appreciate y'all. If y'all like real sports talk and y'all like to listen to it, hey, like Mike Milley says, go to anywhere that you get your podcasts. We're on there. You can stream some of the latter episodes, see how far we've come, because we absolutely have come from a far away. It looks like I'm going to have to get Dan some kind of screen like Kenny Smith, because he's got props and stuff like that. So shout out to Dan bringing the props tonight, man. So we're going to have Dan running up to a screen like Kenny Smith. Hey, check this out right here, man. So yeah, we're going to, so we're going to have the ability to, like telestrator stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. So, if you like real sports, man, this is where it's at. We appreciate y'all for listening. Tell somebody, share it with somebody, man. We just trying to, do this thing called sports, man. We love sports. As you can see, we talk all sports, and we sometimes talk about, debate about it. DA, he kind of said, what he told me. He said, with that first take up.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
We can't do no more of those.
No first take stuff, son.
No more thought provoking. we want to do things without thought.
I don't know what y'all guys. Anyway, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Owen, host and moderator. For D-Dub, Dan, the hockey dude, Mike Mills, James the Angry One, Dorian the DA Albritton. I'm Kevin Owen, your host and moderator. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast. Y'all be good, be blessed. See y'all next week. Peace.
Pray for the Knicks.
Well, they traded them, so.
For what? Some more draft picks they gonna fuck up later?
Hey, what we do?